Welcome back to Mathomania. Today we'll be continuing the topic we started in our previous session. In our previous session, we went through the basics of the real numbers. So today we will be diving deeper into the chapter. For any two positive integer, their highest common factor, that means our HCF, when we are multiplying it with the least common factor of those both numbers, that means the LCM of both those numbers, if you're multiplying them both together, that value will be equal to what? The product of two numbers. That means if I'm taking the two numbers called A and B, first what I have to do, I have to find the HCF of A and B, and then I have to find the LCM of this A and B. Then what I have to do, I have to multiply them both together. Then what I have to do, this value will be equal to the product of these two numbers. That is what explaining here. Okay, we can now do some problems, then it will be clear for you all. Find the LCM and HCF of the following pairs of integers and verify that LCM into HCF is equal to product of these two numbers. For example, in the case of the 26 and 91, first I am going to take the number 26. How can I factorize this 26? 26 can be factorized as, since this ending digit is 6, with which number I can divide, the least number with which I can divide this 26 is 2. Because any number which is ending in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, these all are divisible by 2. So I can divide this number by 2. On dividing, what I will get? I will get 13. So what are the factors of 26? 2 into 13. Similarly, I will have to go for my 91. If I'm on factorizing the 91, 9 plus 1, 10. So this number 91, it is not divisible by 2 because why? The ending number is 1. And 91 is also not divisible by 3. Why? Because if I'm going to check 9 plus 1, that is equal to 10. 10 is not a multiple of 3. Therefore, it is not divisible by 3 also. So, as we check the next numbers, we will get that I can divide the 91 by 7. Okay, on dividing it with the 7, what I will get? I will get 13. Right? So, what are the factors of 91? Factors of 91 are 7 into 13. Clear? Now what I have to do? Our equation is what? LCM into HCF, it is going to be equal to which value? Product of these two numbers. So first I have to find HCF of 26 and 91. Which is the highest common factor among them? It is equal to 13. What is LCM of them both? Which is the least common factor? That is the least common multiple. That is, I have to multiply with 2 into 7 into 13. Or otherwise, one more way I can find the LCM. That is, if you find it difficult to find the LCM in this way, that is 26 and 91 if I am taking, with which number I can divide them both commonly? It is going to be the 13. So 26, here I have to put the 2, and in the case of the 91, I will have to put here what? 7, right? So now what is my LCM? My LCM is this one. I have to multiply which all numbers? 13 into 2 into 7. So this is my LCM. What is 2 into 7 into 13? 2 into 7 into 13 will be equal to 182. Okay, now I got my HCF, I got my LCM. The next step what I should do, it is I have to take the product of 26 and 91. What is 26 into 91? 26 into 91, it is going to be 2366. Okay, now I have to verify, right? That is the question. Okay, in order to verify, what I should do? I should multiply my HCF into LCM, and I need to check whether that is equal to the product of these two numbers. Here my LCM is equal to 13 and my HCF is equal to 13 and my LCM is equal to 182. So what is my A into B? It is 26 into 91, which is equal to 2366. What again now? 13 into 182. 13 into 182 also gives me 2366. Now look here. Both my LHS and RHS became the same. So I can write here what? Hence it is verified. Right? Okay, it's clear, right? Now we have to move on to the next number, which is 510 and 92. So first I have to find my factors for 510. Since this ending number, it is for 510, I can see here what my ending number is 0. So with which number I can divide them both? I can divide by using 2, right? On dividing it with the 2, I am going to get 2, 5, 5. Again, now I have to check whether this number is going to be divisible by 3. How to check that one? How to check whether 255 is divisible by 3? For that, I will have to add up some of the old numbers. That is 2 plus 5 plus 5, which is going to be what? 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 is what? It is a multiple of 3. I can divide it with 3. It will gives me 4. That means 255, it is divisible by 3. So if I am dividing it with a 3, what I will get? I will get 85, right? Now again I have to check whether this 85 is divisible by 3 or not, right? What is 8 plus 5? It is going to be 13. So it is not divisible by 3. So I have to check. It's also not going to divisible by 4. So which is the next number? I can use the 5 because since the ending number is 5, if this ending number is either 0 or 5, that number is divisible by 5. Okay, so I can divide this number using 5. On dividing 85 by 5, what I will get? I will get 17. So what are my factors? My factors are 2 into 3 into 5 into 17, right? Similarly, I have to write the 92. How to find the factors of 92? This again I can divide it by the 2. Since the last ending digit is 2, I can divide it with 2. 92 on dividing it with 2, I will get 46. Since again the ending number is 6, I can divide it again using 2 again. So what I will get? I will get 23. 23 with no numbers, I can divide the 23. So I will leave it like that. So what are the factors here? 2 into 2 into 23, right? So what is my HCF? HCF of 510 and 92. It is going to be what? It is, what is the highest common factor among them both? It is 2, right? So it is 2. And what about my LCM, least common multiple of 510 and 92? What is that? It is going to be 2 into what? Again one more 2 into 3 into 5 into 17 into 23, right? Okay. Now you will have to multiply all together. 2 into 2, 4 for 3 settle. Then on multiplying, what I will get? I will get 2, 3, 4, 6, 0. Okay. Now my next step, what I have to do? I have to do my verification. How to verify? That is LCM into HCF. It should give me which value? Its value of the product of both the numbers. What's my LCM here? 23460 into HCF is equal to 2. And what are my numbers? 510 into 92. So what I will get here? What is 510 into 92? It is 46920. Okay. Look, both the numbers will become value what? 46 23,460. When it is multiplied by 2, we are going to again get 46,920, means 46,920. Then here when I will multiply 510 into 92 also, what I will get 46,920. So hence we can write it here what? It's verified. Right? Clear? Similarly, if I am going with the 336 and 54, what I have to do here? I have to find the factors of 336 first. Factors of 336 are, here I can divide it by 2 because look, here my ending number is 6. So with which number I can divide? The least number with which I can divide this 336 is 2. On dividing it with the 2, what I will get? I will get 168. Again, this 168 can be divisible by 2 again. So what I will get? I will get 8 to 16, that is 84. Again, when I am dividing it with a 2, what I will get? 42. I can again divide it using the 2. What I will get? 21. 21 is divisible by 3. 7 3s are 21. So here I can, what are the factors then? My factors are 2, how many times repeatedly it's happening? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. These are my factors of 336. Again, I have to find my factors for 54. What are the factors for 54? 54 I can divide it using the 2. What I will get? 27. 27 is divisible by 3. 9. Again 3. 3, 1, right? 2 into 3 into 3, correct? So from here what I have to do first? I have to find my HCF. What is a common among them both? This 1, 2, I can repeat it here. So this is one number. Again, one common one is the 3. So what is my HCF? 2 into 3, correct? Which is equal to 6. And what about my LCM? LCM is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 7, which is equal to what? 3024. And now I have to do my verification. How to do the verification again? Verification is LCM into HCF. It will be equal to the product of both the numbers. What's my LCM here? 3024. Into what's my HCF here is 6. What are my numbers again? Numbers are 336 into 54. What is 3024 into 6? 18144. Similarly, what is 336 into 54? That's also 18144. Hence, I can write it here what? It's verified. Clear? Okay. Now, we can move on to the next part. Find the LCM and HCF of the following integers by applying prime factorization method. We have to do here what? We have to do the prime factorization method. 12, 15 and 21. Then, so first I have to do what? I have to take the number called 12. I have to find the factors of 12. What are the factors of 12? It is prime factorization method, so I will be writing it like this. It is 2 into 6. 6 can be again written as what? 2 into 3. Right? Similarly, I have to do my 15. It is what? 3 into 5. And what about my 21? 21 I can write it like 3 into 7. Right? So 12 can be written as, what are the factors of 12? 2 into, how I have to take these numbers are my factors. So I have to write it here, what, 2 into 2 into 3. What are the factors of, means what is the LCM of, means factors of 15 is what? 3 into 5. And what are the factors of 21? 3 into 7, right? Now we have to find the HCF of 12, 15 and 21. Okay, so look here, this 3 is getting repeated everywhere, right? So what is the HCF of 12, 15 and 21? It is going to be 3. And now I have to write what is the LCM of 12, 15, 21? It is going to be, what is left over here? 2 into 2. Then comes what? Then comes the 5. Then comes 3. Then 7. These common multiple, right? So 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 7. What's the, when multiplied all together, what we will get here? We are going to get 420. Okay. They are asking to do what? They are just asking us to find the LCM and HCF. So we just need to stop it there. No need to do further because they are just asking us to find only HCF and the LCM. So we found HCF and we found the LCM. That is done here. Then next one is 17, 23, 29. For that again I will write the factors of 17. 17 I can, if I am writing, I can only write using 1 into 17. So my factors are 1 into 17. 23 again if I am doing, I can only write that like 1 into 23. 29 also the same. In the case of the 29, I can only write using 1 into 29. That is 23 equal to 1 into 23. 29 equal to 1 into 29. So what is the HCF of 17, 23 and 29? What is HCF here? My HCF is going to be the 1. Okay. Now I have to find my LCM. What is LCM of 17, 23 and 29? It is 17 into 23 into 29. Okay. And what is its value? 17 into 23 into 29. It is equal to 11339. Clear? Okay. Now 8, 9, 25. In the case of 8, how can I write the factors of 8? 2 into 4. This 4 can be again split like how? 2 into 2. So what are the numbers? These are my numbers which I have to write it here. That is 2 into 2 into 2. Correct? Now what about the 9? 9 can be written like 3 into 3. Right? So what are the factors of 9? 3 into 3. And what about 25? 25 is equal to what? 25 is 5 into 5 is 25, right? So here I can write 5 into 5. So what's the HCF of 8, 9 and 25? What's this HCF? it is going to be, no common factors are there, so it is the 1. And if I am taking the LCM of 8, 9 and 25, what's the value? It is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. What's the total value? This is going to be 1800. Okay. Till here, is it clear for you all? Now we have to move on to the next question. Question number 4. Here the given that HCF is equal HCF of 306 and 657. So these are the two numbers. This is A and the number B. So what are the two numbers here? Here A is going to be 306 and B is going to be 657. And what they have given here? They have given that HCF is going to be 9. That means here HCF of A and B, it is equal to 9, and what we have to find here? We have to find the LCM. Clear? So LCM is the one which we have to find here. What is our equation? Our equation is LCM into HCF equal to A into B. We know A and B, we know HCF, right? So I will have to write it here. I don't know what's my LCM. So in the place of LCM, I'm just writing it LCM into HCF is 9. It is equal to 306 into 657. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the LCM here. I'm going to move 9 to this side. Right? Since here the operation is multiplication, when I am moving the 9 to the opposite side, what will happen? I will have to do the division. 657 divided by 9. My LCM, now this I can find my LCM, right? So my LCM is going to be what? My LCM is going to be this 9, I can divide it by 306, I can divide by 9. Here I will get 34. What is 34 into 657? It is going to be 22338. Okay, it's clear, right? So what all things we have to include here? We have to write given A equal to 306 and B equal to 657. What we have to find? To find LCM of 306 and 657. This is the what which we have to find it here. So we have to use this equation. Our equation is what? LCM into HCF is equal to A into B. They have also given what? Also given HCF is equal to 9. Then what we can do? We can substitute all these values in the equation and thus we can find our value. Clear, right? So now next question. Next question is check whether 6 raised to n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Okay. Here what they are telling, check whether 6 raised to n can end with any digit 0 for any natural number n. So here if I can explain it like this. Here n, they are telling that the n is what? N is, what is that? N is natural number. N is a natural number. Then what do we have to do? And let 6 raised to n, 6 raised to n end in 0. Okay. If that case, then what we can write? Therefore, I can write that 6 raised to n is divisible by what? Divisible by 5, right? Because we know that any number who ends last digit is 0 or 5, that number will be obviously divisible by 5. If this number is going to be, if the end digit is going to be 0, then it means what? We can divide that number using 5. But if you're checking here, but the prime factors of, what are the prime factors of 6? Prime factors of 6 is what? If I'm writing the 6, I can split the 6 as 2 into 3. 6 raised to 1, if 6 raised to n means this n can be any natural number. They are telling that this n can be any. Think that 6 raised to 1. What's the value? 6. 6 raised to 2. It is going to be 6 into 6, which is 36. Again 6 raised to 3. It is going to be what? 6 into 6 into 6. That final number, it will obviously end in 6 only. Correct? But the prime factors of 6 is what? The prime factors of 6 are 2 and 3. Therefore, if I am writing 6 raised to n, this I can write like what? 2 into 3 the whole raised to, I can split the 6 as 2 into 3 the whole raised to n. That is what? That is, in prime factorization of 6 raised to n, there is no factor for 5, right? Since the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, what it describes, it says that every composite number can be expressed as a product of prime, and its factorization is unique apart from order in which prime factorization occurs. Therefore, what we can tell here, that is, our assumption was wrong, right? If our assumption is wrong, then this one is also wrong, correct? Okay, therefore, what is that? Therefore, we can tell what, according to this fundamental theorem of arithmetic, when we are applying it here, we can write what? Therefore, our assumption is wrong, right? What was my assumption? Here, n is a natural number. I assume here that let 6 raised to n end in 0. This was my assumption. So, that assumption I proved here what my assumption is wrong. Correct? Assumption is wrong, that 6 raised to n, 6 raised to n, it is not going to end in 0. Okay. Okay, explain why 7 into 11 into 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 1 plus 5 are composite number. Okay, so they are asking why the 7 into 11 into 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, then plus what? Plus 5. Why they both are composite numbers? This is the question. So something is missing here. Plus 13 is also there. Okay, so plus 13. Now if I'm looking into this question, if I'm considering this complete as A and this complete as B, okay, 13 is common in both the cases. In first part and in the second part, 13 is a common number. So what can I do? I can take the 13 outside, common outside. So what will be left over if I'm taking this common 13 from here, both, what will be left over? In the first part, 7 into 11 will be left over. Then what I have to do? I will have to put my plus sign. Then what is left over here? 1 is left over. When 13 is taken, 13 into 1 is 13. So what is left over there? 1 is left over. So here I can write it like 13 into, what is 7 into 11? 77. What is 77 plus 1? It is going to be 78. Okay, that means this 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13, it can be written as 13 into 78. So here it is having more than 2 factors, right? So this is going to be what? It is going to be a composite number. Clear? Now I have to show with the next part. What is my next part? It is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus again 5. Whether this is also composite number or not, I have to check. How can I check that one? Look here. Here also 5 is there. Here also 5 is there. So I can take 5 from common outside, right? From the both the cases, what I can do? I can take the 5 outside. So what will be left over here? 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus, when the 5 is taken, 5 into 1, so remaining only 1 is there, right? So this is equal to what? This can be written as 5 into 1 0 0 9. Now look, here is also what? This is also not a prime number, because why? It has more than 2 factors. So this is also going to be what? It is also going to be a composite number, right? So both the numbers are composite, we proved it, right? Okay. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5, whether they are composite or not. So first, once after solving the first part, we got that first number, it is not a it's a composite number. Okay. Similarly, the second case also, we proved that it is also not a prime number, it is also a composite number, because it is also having what? More than 2 factors. Clear? Both the numbers are going to be a composite numbers. Now, the next question is, there is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, while Revi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point at the same time and go in the same direction, but after how many minutes will they meet at the starting point? This is the question. Okay, so that means there's a circular path around a sports field. The path they defines here, the shape is what? It is a around the sports field. There is a circular path. Okay, if Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, that means if Sonia, if she started from this starting point, in order to return back to the same point called A, she took how many minutes? 18 minutes. And while Revi takes 12 minutes for, but Revi is the second person who also started from the same position, so at the same time, but he took only how many minutes? 12 minutes. They both started at what time? The same point and at the same time, and they are moving in same direction also. That means Revi is a little bit faster when compared to Sonia. Okay, after how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? Okay, we have to, once after the journey start, after how many minutes they both will meet each other at the same point called A. Okay, for that, first we have to write time taken by Sonia to drive one round of the field. What is it? How many minutes it is? 18 minutes. And what about Revi? Similarly, the time taken by Revi to drive one round of the field. How much is it? It is going to be 12 minutes. Okay. So what I will do, I will find the, so they are asking at after how many minute will they meet at the starting point. So they are asking us the least time taken for them to meet, right? Means with minimum time which they took to meet each other, right? So what we have to find here, we have to find LCM of these both numbers. LCM of what? LCM of 18 and LCM of 12 when we will take, we will get the time at which they will meet each other. Okay. So what are the factors of 18? 18 can be written as, if I'm checking here, I can write it like the 2, then 9, then comes the 3, 3, 1. If I want to find when these two numbers, I can commonly take both together and I can do the LCM, right? 18 and 12. Both the numbers are divisible by 2. I got 9 and here I got 6. Again, both the numbers are divisible by 3. I got 3. Here I got the 2. So what is my LCM of 18 and 12 equal to 2 into 3 into 3 into 2. What is the number? It is going to be 6 into 6 is 36. Hence, what they will do? Hence, they will meet each other at the starting point after how many minutes? After 36 minutes. Clear? Is it clear for all? Okay.